world almost ended once. It is a story I need to tell before I grow too old to remember. It is a story of a man, some called a curse, and others called a hero. But a man they all called Deathspank. Foretold of his destiny to possess a powerful artifact, only known as the Artifact, Deathspank dedicated his life to becoming a hero to the downtrodden, a vanquisher of evil, and a dispenser of justice. To becoming a hero worthy of the power of the Artifact. To becoming the hero of his destiny. I'll begin my tale at the doorstep of the demon witch Miss Havenstance. Led there by a guide too smart to go any further, Deathspank clutches in his hand the final clue in a life's journey paved in blood and steel and bacon. A journey that will finally lead him to the Artifact. Or so he was told.
As you probably gathered from that intro, Deathspank is quite a light-hearted game. In fact, pretty much all of the game is held together by quite a comedic script. The gameplay itself is action-style, just like Diablo or Sacred. You'll find yourself against a plethora of minions all running at you, all with various abilities and weapons. And you, of course, get the ability to dispatch them all with ease. As in any good dungeon crawler, you've got your quests, shown here. You've got quite a quest log. You've got your important quests at the top, the things you need to do, the unimportant things that you need to do, which basically make up the 79 side quests throughout the game, and there's also a list of things that you have done. As you can see, you get your description, your reward, and most of them tend to fall into the fetched category. There are no talent trees in Deathspank. When you level up, you get a choice of one of these 6 hero cards. Each one increases a certain aspect of Deathspank's abilities. If you've played Warcraft, Diablo, Sacred, any of these kind of games, you're familiar with this screen. You basically have your character, the layout, the weapons that you can add in. The only interesting thing with Deathspank is you can't just carry 1 or 2 weapons, but 4. You can also equip 4 sort of special slots, which include things that allow you to summon skeletons, summon chickens, make yourself invulnerable, as well as potions and food to top up your health as you're running around. Exploring the world in Deathspank's made fairly easy through a couple of things. You've got your maps, both the local and the global. You can also teleport around the world using the outhouses. When you get near to one, it'll unlock, and then anytime you approach another outhouse, you port to any of the others on your world map. Deathspank doesn't really go into how he gets from outhouse to outhouse, but the method is implied. The use of the outhouses to port about basically removes an awful lot of the running about that you have to do back and forth between quest givers. It's actually a pretty well thought out system. So let's get down into some of the action. Basically, you have each of your 4 buttons on the controller controlling one of your weapons. I've decided to use a setup where I've got 2 melee, a ranged, and then a justice weapon. The purple bar that you can see there on my screen just below my health bar is filling up, and when ready you can unleash a special attack just like this spinning one I'm doing here. It basically just rips right through all of the enemies. It's pretty much the best weapon that I've found so far with one of the special abilities. There's also an electrifying rod, a massive hammer that stuns everything, bits and pieces like that. You can see there I got pretty lazy. You should be able to just chug your way through most fights with various potions. You can carry 5 potions up to a time, and provided you don't get hit, you can also kite the enemies while chomping down on some food. When you die, you get rezzed at your local outhouse. The outhouses are activated as soon as you get near to them, and you also drop a whole bunch of coins when you die. So basically, just like in Diablo or any of the other games, you run back, grab your corpse, and you don't lose any equipment, it's only money, so it's not too much of a deal breaker. Just unleashing one of the special weapons there that you can have. It's a limited use weapon. This one's a bunch of fire arrows that rain down from heaven. As you can see, it powered up my justice bar pretty quickly and let me rip apart that spinny sword once again. It's a pretty awesome game. Basically, this is Deathspank. There's no jumping, there's no real strategy involved, other than a block system which is implemented. That's quite useful, and you'll need that against certain bosses because they can basically one-shot you, especially earlier on in the game, which is quite irritating until you work out how to use the block system. It comes in very handy indeed. With its humour, its graphics and its audio, the game is just amazing, really. To be fair, for 1200 Microsoft points, it's a bit of a steal. If you were ever into Diablos and Sacreds, then I think you should definitely give this a little look. That about wraps it up. I'll catch you all for the next review.